Hey everybody, this is Jared with Meeple Mentor, and today I've got a special surprise for you. I found a collection of all about town promotional board games that were made in 1981, 1982. Some of them have not been opened yet. This one has, but I wanted to do an unboxing and show you what kind of it looked like. This is all about Asheville. Limited edition, so these were actually printed I think just one print run based on pre-orders and based on their expected demand at the time. They had businesses locally that were signed up to promote and to, put their name on the box. This is actually a pretty, blank looking box on the back otherwise. Very thin box. Surprisingly held up this well for as old as it is, but I wanted to show you what we're looking at. So the artwork is all custom for each city that was made. This one, of course, has been opened and it's got a little bit of damage, but the artists, as much as they could, they tried to have local artists come in and do the artwork for the cover. So these had actual coupons. These are coupons that were included on the back of the box as part of in the shrink wrap. And you could use these if it were 1981, 1982. And bring them to all these different restaurants and local businesses. And like this one says, offer expires December 31st, 1982. Like these haven't even been punched out yet. It's amazing. It's just a piece of American history here. A little bit of board gaming history, but it's sort of time capsule about what the cities looked like at that time. So this is the rule book, Asheville Citizen Times. But check it out. This is where all the little punch outs are. These, which haven't been punched yet, are the player tokens. So I think you kind of punch it out and maybe fold the two together so they're maybe two-sided for each one. So you've got quite a few here. And these are all based off of businesses in Asheville. So the Apple Tree Chevrolet Corvettes, store. We've got the International House of Pancakes. We've got Biltmore House and Gardens, Apple Tree DeLorean. So two different apple trees. The Little Cheaper Dealer. This one says Substation 2 Sandwich Shop. We've got WWNC 570. So if you live in Asheville and that's still a radio station, let me know in the comments. This is really fascinating. But they are in this game. How about that? So we're going to open some of these. I think these are cards for the game to play. These aren't coupons. This is a surprise card. So these are also all sponsored. So each one is going to have something. Now they have blank backs, very basic printings, but they all do different things. So, well, the Hot Shot Cafe, it's got a little bit of about who they are and stuff, and then it says collect $50. So that's the actual game. It's like they maximize the real estate on the art and the cards for the businesses, and somewhere in here, like this one, Substation, there's all this about the subs, and then at the very bottom it says move ahead 5 spaces. It's like they didn't really care about the game at all. They're just making promotional materials. I don't know. This is, I believe, straight for the game. You're trying to collect all these items on the shopping lists, and at a quick glance, all of these look a little bit different. They've got various locations that you have to go to collect everything on your list. So you can play 2 to 6 players because that's how many shopping lists are included in the game. This is some more surprise cards. So they basically imitated what Monopoly was doing, and because of the time period, this came out prior to any of the Monopoly versions that we know of. Like the actual city location, like Dallas-opoly and that sort of thing. Those weren't actually made yet. This was just a marketing idea, and who knows, maybe Monopoly saw this idea and said, that maybe we should do something like that, and they did. I can't say that that's why that they did it, but that's kind of cool to think about. This was published by Windsor Publications, so it's basically sort of a sales project. It made money for the businesses because all it is advertising, but also it made money on its own because it's a board game that you can actually play. So I'll just kind of set some of these cards aside here, but there's all kinds of stuff. Oh look, I found another shopping list. So I guess now you can play up to 7 people in this copy. Awesome. So you'd have to cut or punch all these out. What also I'm noticing is the colors don't seem to really matter because these are all travel cards, for instance, like green, red, yellow, orange, various travel cards. So you have some idea of maybe what you're going to draw, but not sure. We have redeemable coupons, so this may actually just be coupons. It says redeemable coupons with All About Town printed right on there, so you know that you got your coupon from buying this game. I don't know if these redeemable coupons actually have any in-game effect, because I do know that the game just naturally came with a bunch of these, so this is probably what was on the back. But that's interesting. Expiration January 1st, 1983. Ace Appliance Company, Cooper Travel Service. All right. So there's local businesses represented and larger businesses. So this rule book, like the rules are right here and right in this section. Everything else on here is advertisement. It's like reading a menu at a local restaurant with all the ads on it, or going to the theater, you know, and seeing all the ads. Now, okay, this is helpful. This is on the back. The map sections, card colors. Okay, so maybe you got to collect certain card colors for your scavenger hunt or prove that you were there. I'm not sure. That may be why it doesn't matter what the colors are, but we'll take a look, you know, a little bit later. Let's look at the board and the money. We've got, let's see, All About Asheville on the 1s, the 5s. Oh, the 10s say Clyde Savings and Loan Association since 1926, if you can see that. $20 is NCNB. I don't know what that is. First Union, member FDIC. Man, they are all about some advertising. That's interesting. You know, I know these sold a lot primarily as novelty gifts and, you know, just some token about your town that you're proud of having. I mean, these dice are probably some of the cheapest dice I've seen. They're very small. The dots and the pips are barely indented at all. Yeah. We've got some, okay, so your punched out player tokens can sit into these plastic pieces so they can stand upright, which is good because if you can take a look at this map, you actually got to build it. It comes in pieces. So if I can put this together very carefully, we're going to take a look at what a stylized version of Asheville looked like in 1982. Something like this. So if you're familiar with Monopoly, you know that when they remapped, you know, Monopoly, they didn't actually change the map. It's always just sort of like that circular path, or square path, right? It goes one direction. But in this game, did I do it wrong? I think I did it wrong. In this game, you can go on these roads based on the map of Asheville. How about that? And I don't know, there might be like one-way roads in here. Let's say I see some arrows for like two-way. Here's some one-ways. So wherever you are on the map, you can just kind of wander. You can just kind of go wherever you want. And then once again, you see all the ads of where these businesses most likely were at the time. You've got a space here for travel cards, space here for surprise cards. So as you land on or even pass, I'm not sure, you can draw surprise cards. So essentially it's the same kind of thing as the Chance and Community Chest, but playable very differently. It is a roll and move game just like Monopoly. They weren't out to innovate on the board game scene as far as that goes. The game mechanic is pretty much the same, but the map, you know, you can go anywhere you want. I think this is really interesting, really cool. I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are. Have you ever seen any copy of All About Town? I know there's 200 cities of this game. If you've seen any of these or have a copy, feel free to comment and let me know. I would like to try this game just for the sake of seeing how it is and how fun. There's not much to the rules, so you know it's not going to take a whole tutorial video to teach anybody. But who knows? You know, if you want to see something like that, or maybe I'll just upload the rules somewhere. Let me know. But that has been an unboxing for you of All About Asheville. Stick around to see some more. I'm going to be doing a couple other unboxings for the other cities that I have. I have 4 total games from this collection. So once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of the latest content or videos that I put out. I normally put out a ton of learn to play videos for all kinds of board games, but thanks so much. See you next time.